Right. So let me ask you this. We know, we know MJ took it from Bird and Magic. We know they took it from Dr. J, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, LeBron took it from Kobe. What about Kobe?
Uh,
Well, hold on, hold on,
now,
hold on. Before you say anything, what about Kobe?
what about Kobe? I remember this.
Just let this ride. Let this ride. Let this ride. Right now, right now. Oh no, no. My bad. I need a hook, Kobe. I need a hook. There it is.
I'm gonna have to mute my microphone, man, so I don't laugh too hard on this one, man.
This is the type of mix mastering that has made JP Lime a household name in their own houses.
All right. So for all our listeners out there, that was my very forced segue into our rappers who were athletes, NBA players in particular, who tried rapping and failed miserably.
That was very smooth.
Yeah, I do what I can around these parts. That was Kobe Bryant. The name of that track was Kobe, and that was actually the beautiful, lovely, gorgeous Tyra Banks, supermodel Tyra Banks on the hook. Kobeilloveu at Catera. So Jordan, in Latin the C is always hard.
Oh yeah.
Insert penis joke there. But yeah. But yeah, so Jordan, LeBron in between. You got Kobe. I think Kobe didn't get any calls, to be honest with you. I think the league's always hated on Kobe. But when you make something that terrible, Kobeilloveu, I mean, maybe he deserved it.
Listen. I don't know what you were watching. Kobe got crazy calls, but I will say that Kobe actually worked for his calls. And Kobe, I'm sorry, he was a killer. It's about having a killer instinct. Okay, with Kobe Bryant, if you didn't move out of his way, he's gonna jump on you or over you. Okay, it's as simple as that. All right, and he'll take the call if he has to. That's the difference. I'm not going to keep, bashing LeBron James because really, honestly, I don't hate him as much as I used to. Okay, I'm getting respect for him and all that.
But I hate him every bit as much as I used to.
But Kobe, I will say that Kobe's. Oh, good lord! I will say that Kobe's rap game was horrible. Okay, I'm just leaving it at that as far as his rap game goes. Okay, I can't really break down Kobe's tracks. I'm sorry. I've heard a few of them. And
really?
And I wish, I've heard more than one, and I regret every minute of what I've heard. Okay, there are some rappers that can rap, and then there's some that cannot. Okay, it's as simple as that.
I mean, you're right. There are some rappers who can and can't, and then there are some athletes who shouldn't. Ever.
I agree. Believe me, there's a long list of those. Long list of them. And for some reason, they keep coming out with music. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Hold on. Let me see if you recognize this one.
Productions.com. Rappers suck. It was a great article that actually Ivan wrote, and it actually put into focus that there aren't very many that crossed over well at all.
There's one! There's one, and very well isn't even that crossed over enough for it to be like, all right, well, I trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I trade my rap career for his. He had a couple of hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shaq was the only dude.
I will agree.
That was on the mic.
I will agree. Okay, I own a few Shaq albums, and people can talk trash about Shaq all they want. Okay, Shaq actually has skills behind the microphone. Okay,
Shaq got skills.
Like Shaq actually had some skill and some talent. Okay, like he never said that he was, breaking lyrical barriers or anything like that. But I know a few Shaq verses. All right, if anybody knows anything, they will remember one of his tracks that was playing on the radio tons and tons of times. Remember, Outstanding. Okay, I'm outstanding.
Outstanding.
Okay, that was the song. Okay, he had a few tracks that really really hit. I mean, the dude actually rhymed with Notorious B.I.G. and he
Thank
did it
you.
in
See,
a
you
very
took
real
it.
way.
You took it from me.
Okay.
You took
We-
it from me.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I took it from you and from your beautiful article, which is on jplineproductions.com.
Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate
All
that.
right.
Appreciate that.
Because Ivan really touches on that, and Ivan is 100% correct on that. Okay. Like if you actually pick up that album where he was rapping with Biggie on "You Can't Stop the
You
Rain."
can't stop the rain. That is,
Okay.
and honestly, that is my favorite Shaq song. Not even because Biggie's on it, because I like that he did two versions. The remix was with Biggie. Shaq was on, just Shaq was on the original. That beat was solid. Like that beat was dope.
On that same album, okay, that same album, remember he had a track with Mobb Deep, and he had a track with
that was at that No Hooks.
Huh? Oh,
was that No Hooks?
No. See, No Hooks was on the album before that. No Hooks was on Shaq 2. Right. That's the one that he did with RZA and in the fucking
That's right.
Clan, okay? And that's what I'm saying. That track was even killer, okay? On the album where you had You Can't Stop the Rain, you had a track with Mobb Deep, and then you also had a song called Game of Death. Look it up if y'all don't remember it, with Rakim. Okay.
Yeah. So he got on. So he got on with Mobb Deep legends. He got on with Biggie. Possibly the GOAT, and Rakim, another possibly the GOAT.
Exactly. You know what that means is that Shaq not only was somewhat of a skilled person, but he gave it up to the people before him. In other words, okay, he did his revisionist history. Okay, he paid respect to the game, and that's the difference with him compared to all these other.
Shaq was hip hop. You're right.
Yeah.
Shaq was hip hop. Hold on. Let's give it up for Shaq real quick.
Yep.
Props. I got this album on cassette in my stocking the year it came out. I had to be like, I don't know, 12 years old when that came out. I remember getting that shit on cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq knew he had skills.
Big dumb face on the cover.
Shaq has skills, man. Shaq has skills, and on top of that, he knew how to actually make a good track. Okay, like even with that song "What's Up, Doc." Okay, like he did that with Foo Snickens. He did that with Foo Snickens. Okay, he had his quick little verse on it. Like he took his turn. All right, he went last. Okay, because he was just coming into the game. All right, like Shaq is somebody who can be respected on the microphone. Honestly, since him, I don't know any others. Like Allen Iverson had that one track which Scholar talks about as well inside of his article. All right, and
I want to get to those guys in a second. I want to get to those guys, but go ahead.
Yeah, because even with Iverson, all right, Iverson had his quick little track where he's shooting like 58 people, okay, and doing all that. Like you could tell Iverson at least knew good music, but he didn't know how to make
it off. He couldn't pull it off because he was like, Iverson to me sounded like a freestyler. Like, let me just go off the top, and I'm sure he wrote enough, but he didn't like even his his writings. I don't think he could make like a cool verse, really compose a good song. Shaq understood the craft. Like he was old school, Rakim.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's about our age. Like he's coming up in the 80s with Kumo and KRS-One. Like nowadays, like these kids, they pick up their phone and just rhyme into it and come up with melodies and hooks and yada yada, and that's how they rap. People don't freaking pick a pen to pad anymore and just go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No,
now who's showing their age, Ivan? Oh, you kids with your iPhones and your YouTubes and your Google.
Exactly.
Well, that's the ironic part about it. Like, you're not that much older than I am.
No, but hey,
I am a 1980 baby. You are a late 70s baby, give or take. But you say some really old shit sometimes.
It does not change the fact. It doesn't change the fact that you are absolutely correct, though. Okay, this is an era where they are all trying to be like Lil Wayne. Okay.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne just said to himself one day, "Listen, I'm gonna stop writing and I'm just gonna go off the top," and he can do it. Unfortunately, this whole generation of people that grew up listening to Lil Wayne, they don't understand that they are not Lil Wayne. Okay, you cannot do it. You guys just all want to do it, and you just do it off the top of your head, and that's the reason why none of your rhymes make sense anymore. Okay, you guys just talking about crap.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know I sound like, I'm 40 years old too.
Yeah,
But okay,
you kind of sound like the
All right.
old man. You sound like the Chad Parenteau of hip hop,
Oh,
like the elder statesman. But it's cool.
I'll
It's
take it
cool.
as a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment.
Did you see my link on the group chat, Ivan?
Not yet.
saw
No,
that.
I see a bunch of activity on it. No, I'm.
I threw my hat for a possible link you may want to share as far as rappers who should not.
All right, all right. Let's get to that. But like what it is Shaq put pen to pad. Shaq put pen to pad, and that's why like he did it better. Like
he took his time. He actually made songs. Okay, wrote them down. Took his time.
There it is. That's that track. That's a fantastic hip hop track.
When it starts to fall.
Like you don't have to be a Shaq fan, a Biggie fan to appreciate this beat. This like it's just a dope freaking track. And then Shaquille comes in and says, no matter where you're from, Shaq is not the one you want to mess with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
right.
it is.
It doesn't get more hip hop than a threat to all the listeners. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do on a song.
He understands the craft, man. He understands the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's old school. Like, you're right. He's talking about how good he is at ball, how good he is at rapping, how much money he got. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? He's rhyming. You know what I mean? He's being hip hop. He's being that fun, I'm better than you, braggadocious type hip hop. And a lot of these guys these days, I mean, and even Allen Iverson when he did it, he just went way too gangster. He went way too gangster. That was like, Chad, who was your bad rapper? I'm curious.
Oh, you want to check out the link?
I'm queuing up another one, but I'm just curious.
It's so old school. I want it to be a surprise to you, and you'll probably wince because if you were a sports fan in the '80s and you knew who Mosley Tutupu was, then you know what this is going to be. If you want a little bit of a semi-spoiler.
All right. I'll get.
I will say this. The only rap song I heard and I was not impressed by it by Shaq was his biological father. I think it was called "Biologic Didn't Bother."
Yeah, that was my father because my biological didn't bother.
That didn't amaze me, but just from what I heard from now, I'm gonna have to explore the Shaq Oofra again, maybe even Red Kazan.
Oh yeah, listen. I will tell you, okay, like me, like I was a person who really did listen to some Shaq albums. I know all of the good songs, okay, all of the good ones at least, all right. He had a few throwaway ones, okay.
Yeah, he had a lot of throwaway ones.
I say look up Outstanding, look up Game of Death. Okay, that's the one.
I'm curious about Game of Death. Yeah.
Game of Death, that's the one featuring Rakim. Okay, and you know what? The beat was ill, and I tell you what, Shaquille O'Neal actually sounded like he could rap on that. All right, like Shaq always kind of sounded a little weird. You know what I'm saying when he was rapping? It just
Shaq sounds weird when he's just being, man. He's Shaq.
That's what I'm saying. Like when he's talking, he talks like this. You know what I'm saying? He talks like that. Yeah. Okay, he sounds weird. All right, but he held his own. I'm not gonna say he was rapping on Rakim's level, of course. That's Rakim. But he held his own.
He's tolerable. He's tolerable. He's passable. Like these other guys. I got another bad rapper nominee here. So hold on. Let's take a quick listen. So this is Young Gotti. This is Corrupt. It's like some 90s. And here we go. This is our boy Chris Webber. There you go. There you go. Fetish for lettuce from the home of J. Rose and Jerome Bettis. There you go.
Definitely an early 90s feel. Yeah.
Yeah. That was Corrupt was behind that one. The Dog Pound. That was a Dog Pound. At their death row peak. So you got you had that G-funk sound to it. So not hating on the beat, not hating on anything Corrupt does. He's one.
Oh, you can hate.
You don't like Corrupt?
Oh no, hold on. No, I'm not hating.
I'm hating on C-Web. I'm hating on C-Web. I mean,
exactly.
we got love. We got love. All you NBA players, if you ever happen to listen to this, podcast, we got love for y'all. But we're just saying, some of y'all, like, it's cool that you can pick up a mic because you can, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should. Like, what if you know what I'm saying? Like, what if Rick Ross like just showed up to your practice one day?
That would be pretty funny. Okay,
like with some lemon pepper chicken wings and some pears. Like, what if Rick Ross just showed up?
I heard about that pear shit with him.
He likes pears, man. He shouted out pears in one of his interviews. It was
it's pretty weird. Yeah, I heard about that too. Yo, listen, all right. Well, first off, okay, shout outs to Corrupt. All right, Corrupt is one of the top MCs of all time. All right, people just don't understand it. They don't know it.
Thank you. Preach.
Yeah, seriously. Anybody who knows any music, okay, Corrupt is one of the best ever. But yeah, he knew that he was collecting a paycheck there. Okay.
Oh, of course. I'm not mad at Corrupt.
That makes what that reminds me of. It reminds me of something as old as like if you remember this track, there was a track called "In the Game." Okay, with Method Man featuring Ricky Waters. Okay.
Really?
All right. Yes. I wish I had a clip of that to show y'all. Okay, look it up. In the Game. All right. It was off of an album where it was just straight up NFL meets rap. All right. And they like all the rappers that were on the album. They knew they were collecting paychecks. Okay. Corrupt is doing that song in his sleep. I would be surprised if Corrupt was even in the studio when he did that. That
yeah,
track, right?
I would too. But
C-Web, of course, C-Web tried his best. I've always liked Chris Webber, so I can't cap on him too much. I'm glad that was the only song that his ass ever made.
Yeah, I don't think it was though. I think he might have had. Well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Go ahead, Chris. Chris, what you got?
I don't know. I was trying to look it up from your article. I can't find the article. But no, there's a couple more. He made an album. It just didn't I think it didn't get pushed out. I'm pretty sure that his album never got
well, thank
never
the
hit the street.
It got somebody said, all right.
This is either his or Kobe's.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna mentally block out what you guys just said, okay? And we're
gonna pretend that was it.
I'm gonna pretend that was the only song that he ever made, okay? So that I can keep his legend well and good inside of my head, okay? Because I still like it.
Gotcha.
Because that one was awful.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to get the link the chat forwarded over to us, but I'm having some troubles with that. So we'll see if we can make that work. But
I'll try and send it to you through Facebook. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. If you can Facebook it to me, that'll work out a little better for right now. Because I'm curious. I do want to hear that.
You don't know what it is, do you?
Well, it's not that I don't know what it is. I'm just I'm running the controls on the podcast, and it's hard to multitask because I got 3 devices going at the same time, pretty much. I'm stuttering now. What's up? I need somebody to help me out, Prof.
What's up, buddy? What can I do for you? How are you?
Take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm on Advil.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh man.
No, but so we got some bad rappers. We've spoken on bad rappers. We've spoken on we did a little National Poetry Month. We did a lot of Celtics, lots of Bruins bandwagoners. What's on your mind, homie?
My mind?
Yes.
Well, this week I've been working on Odd Future, so I've been just listening to their albums all week, and that's kind of been stuck in my brain.
Odd Future.
Because Tyler, the Creator, put out an album, and then Earl Sweatshirt put out his a month ago. But there's I don't know. So for those who haven't heard of them, they're a collective from California. Pretty young. I think Tyler's only. I think he just turned 24. But
right.
I don't know. They put out a dozen albums or so over the last. They showed up around 2009, I think. And they've been the biggest thing about them is that they've been one of the. They've been a new model for underground rap. Because they started out on Tumblr. That's where they gave away all their music at the beginning. And then now, they're making waves. Tyler's playing at Coachella, and they're, actually selling some albums. And he, as an entrepreneur, is doing all kinds of stuff, including his own music app. So
one thing I heard from, or I read that Jazzy Jeff said about them, DJ Jazzy Jeff, is that that they're a model of how you don't need any major label push behind you to really be successful. Yeah.
They're crazy independent on like every level, like not only just business wise, but as far as brand wise. What it seems like is a bunch of kids having fun, which it is really, you know. But everything that they do is not. It's not like they can. It seems like they can't make any mistakes because they've set it up for themselves. But there are no rules to it, so it doesn't really matter. And everything is cool, and everything like they like being weird. Everything is like, you know, he wears a lot of bright colors, and like his brand right now is golf because well, I don't know, it's a weird path to how he got to it, but golf is now all over everything. And he just sells that, you know, like it works. And the video I was watching the other day, so they're doing a pop-up store in London, and his tour manager is talking about it, and they're selling T-shirts $150 a pop. And he does them all by hand. He did them all. He did like all of them by hand the night before. $150 a pop, and they show up and do these pop-up stores and then disappear. And like they had a line around the block of kids in London, you know, coming to see him. And I like them. I would go see them in concert, and I think that they're cool and crazy and you know,
they're fun and they're funny too.
Right yeah, they're fun and like I don't know, and they're really dope. Like Tyler,
they can rap.
And Earl are both, man. Really,
I like Tyler. I haven't heard Earl much, but I do like Tyler. I got a lot of Tyler's earlier shit. I haven't. I've
got to hear Earl. He's probably the better lyricist. He's probably like. So I don't know. So they're a lot of fun, and there's something interesting as far as this idea of independence now, and what's going to be the new model for what works in the music industry. You know, because
Tidal's not working, right?
Because we said what?
Because Tidal's not working, right?
Tidal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tidal is bombing hilariously.
Oh, I wouldn't say hilariously. I wouldn't say hilariously, but
well, I mean, what it really to me I think depends for Tidal is if they're able to get enough subscribers somehow that they can like it's kind of like a tide, like they can turn the tide on themselves and they can cut themselves off from Spotify because then picture that all the biggest artists who are owners of Tidal aren't available anywhere except on Tidal.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it's like a commodity, you know. Then it's like where you go to get real music because Spotify and shit doesn't have real music. They have like everything else.
Yeah.
They don't have top 40 music.
But the artists aren't going to do that right away.
Well, not right away. Actually, Jay-Z pulled Reasonable Doubt, I'm pretty sure, from Spotify as like a test kind of deal. But can't do it. But they can't, they logistically and economically, you can't do that. You know, you can't. You're going to stop the biggest growing sector of your music industry. No way is anybody going to take that money out of their own pocket.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I agree, and I think a lot of people are quick. Like it's been a month since they really launched the thing. 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 2. Like it's still very early on, and what I'm not sure what his or his team's ultimate game plan is. Being Jay-Z and his people. But I think a lot of people are very quick to like bash him. It's like, oh, it's a flop, it's failing. It's like, yo, he bought a freaking streaming service and he's going up against, some of the biggest dogs in, business. Like in that industry, but in business, like Spotify's huge, Pandora's huge. You know what I'm saying? Those are big businesses. Like you got to give it time. I don't know. I mean, I know they're dropping the Beyonce and Jay album exclusively on Tidal. Who knows how much that'll help? I think you're right. I think what needs to happen, or what makes sense, for them to flourish would be if like all these big name artists were exclusive to Tidal. I don't know how they're going to make that happen.
Yeah. So I don't think they possibly have the pull even for as big as they are. Madonna. Kanye, Jay, like the biggest people in the world. Yeah. Jack White, fucking, biggest people. So like, it seems to me that's probably what their strategy is long term. But you have a lot of work to do.
They're gonna have some growing pains. Yeah, they're gonna have some growing pains.
And I don't think they're gonna get through all that. I think you're not gonna be able to get a big enough subscriber base in order to make that work for yourself. In order to then tip the scales for yourself. I just don't think they're gonna be able to do it.
I feel like the media is quick to to just it's a failure, it's a bad idea, terrible, what was he thinking? And so like give it some time. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people start off with a lot of businesses start off hurting at the beginning, and everyone else is getting a pass. Like give us some time, let Jay do his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that, and I also agree that like. To me, even if it were to fail,
Yep.
it's worthwhile for him to make, I don't know, even if it's $50 million, it's
Mm-hmm.
worthwhile for him to make that statement that we as artists don't want the existing model to be okay, because Spotify is growing huge. Like streaming audio is growing huge, and
Right.
either artists and musicians and the whole music industry is going to decide this is the new model. That's what we're going to do now. We're just going to stream audio instead of going to buy it, and somehow they're going to make money in a different way, or they're going to learn a way to make us pay for it, rather than getting it for free. Because those are the only two options. And right now, you just have a genie that's out of the bottle, and you don't know. And to me, it's an ethical question, and it's one that's worthwhile. But I don't know how to make it economical. Like it's worthwhile to say, hey, people should deserve to get paid for their art. And right now we're getting paid, 0.005 cents on the dollar for every time you listen to my song, whereas before, 15 years ago, every time you listen to a song, you had to pay me $15 to go get my album.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different world. So it's worthwhile to say, people deserve to get paid for their art. But how do you then say, all right, you should pay people for their art?
How do you make it work? Yeah.
Yeah, come pay me when you don't have to.
Kareem, I heard you grunting. What was up with that?
I mean, well, honestly, I just I do agree with some points that you guys are saying about the Spotify movement, but it's I say Spotify versus Tidal.
Right.
I do have issues though, like technically with Jay-Z's business model. In all honesty, as far as how he's done it, like you have to remember, like Jay-Z, like of course when he was president of Def Jam, I mean, he didn't really have any pull there. That was just kind of a figurehead job.
Yeah.
Okay. He actually did have a chance to put money back inside of artists' pockets when he did Rock Nation, okay, and when he was signing people. If you notice, most of the artists that he actually owes money right now, those are the ones that are backing Tidal, and those are also the ones that are kind of mad the Tidal's not taking off. Like, the thing is, it's just.
That's interesting. Yeah,
like Jay-Z, like of course, like I hate to get all crazy and political on anybody, but it's like
go for it.
Jay-Z had a chance to change things because he actually became the figurehead that was paying the artist.
Right.
Rather than paying his artists, what he did is he screwed them. Okay, like he pretty much turned into a puffy and signed people to shit deals. Okay, and he took their money and. It's just funny that he then turned around and he bought a streaming service now.
On the guise of, hey, we're going to pay artists more royalties because they deserve it. And
exactly. Now all of a sudden you're saying that they deserve it. And then remember, like, now all of a sudden he wants to pay these artists, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to do it with the help of other billion-dollar artists, okay? Why? So that this way it's not too much money out of his pocket. And this way, if it fails, he doesn't lose too much money. Okay, so that's what's going on right now.
That's interesting.
He did come out with like what he's doing. In other words, like as far as changing the game and changing how an artist gets paid, I really do see that as admirable. Okay, but at the same time, the business model itself wasn't really good. It just wasn't a good business model to begin with because, you're trying to cut into the market of a Spotify that's giving people music for free. Like me being a Napster person myself, okay?
Yeah.
And of course, the same way that Professor just stated, okay? Yeah. It is a dichotomy where you think about an artist and how they deserve to get paid. Like I'm an artist myself. Okay, I put out music before. All right, like I want to get paid for my music. There was a point in time where, like, if I did do a show, if I did put something out, same as what Professor was saying. Okay, there was a point in time where I'm giving you that CD, you had to put $5 in my pocket. Okay, like that's a whole different story versus me releasing it on the internet and getting 0.000005%. Okay, or cents on the dollar. Okay, I do agree with that, but. There needs to be a hard line set as far as who is charging the artist. And the issue that I don't like about Tidal is that Jay-Z's kind of masking who's getting that money, okay? And he's also masking why it is there to begin with, okay? It's there to begin with because people like your label have screwed their artists. You know what I mean? It's a simple like the thing I don't like is like good example, okay? When they actually came out with the inaugural their inaugural setup of Tidal where everybody came out in the line.
Yeah.
All right. I would have actually liked it better if Jay-Z didn't put himself out there with those artists, okay? Because you can't put yourself out there with those artists if you owe half of them money. Okay, you owe half of them money, and that's why they're out there now, so that they can get their money back from you. It's well known that Rihanna hates his ass, okay?
Yeah.
And Rihanna is signed to his label, and honestly, people say that song "Bitch Better Have My Money." That's for Jay-Z.
That's funny.
Jay-Z owes her money, man.
That's funny.
Jay-Z owes her money.
Which she put out on Tidal.
That's right. Exactly. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny, man? Bitch better have my money. Baby, what you owe me? Okay.
I thought her jumping on Jimmy Kimmel's bed, waking him up in the middle of the night was funny, but yeah.
That was hilarious, okay? But she's talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z owes her fucking money, and she wants her goddamn money. So doesn't Kanye. Kanye wants his money. Okay, Jay-Z owes a lot of people money. It's honestly, this is not an attack on Jay-Z, but it's just, it seemed kind of snakish the way he came out with it. Like he's trying to save the artist. No, you're not, man. You owe motherfuckers money, man. You're trying to pay them back. That's what you're trying to do, because you screwed them, because you became the label and you did business like a label.
All salient points. All salient points. Well, check it out. The homie Professor Chris. He wrote a very in-depth article about about the launch of Tidal. Not too far back. What, a few weeks ago, Chris?
Yeah. It must have been just about a month ago now. I mean, probably 2 weeks.
Where did we find that article?
Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick, and I'll tell you in 20 seconds. At jpinlineproductions.com /
There you go. We'll send out the.
You meant more in general.
You
can find it at jpinlineproductions.com.
That's what I'm looking for.
Things hip hop, lime, sports, poetry, culture, arts, entertainment. We do it all. We do a little bit of everything. That's what we try to do with the JPL magazine. jpinlineproductions.com, your one-stop shop for all things live.
There you go. That's what I was. Thank you. That was good. I like that.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, there you go. You got the voice for it.
It goes well with the hat.
Yeah. So we did a lot tonight. We spoke some National Poetry Month, some hot spots to go to before the International Poetry Month. Chad was very informative to that end. We did a lot of sports, a lot of Bruins, lots of Celtics, a little bit of hip hop at the end there. Some rappers who can't rap, and actually I was able to. It's the Super Bowl Shuffle. There we go. There it is. These are the 1986 Chicago Bears who kicked the Patriots' ass in the Super Bowl that year. A lot to a little, I believe, was the score.
Yeah.
They deserve that song. I'll tell you that. Bastards.
Oh, now there we. I think you know what, Chad? You win. They win. The 1986 Chicago Bears win our contest tonight that we just made up for the worst example or the best example of athletes who tried rapping and failed terribly, miserably. Fill in the superb.
Landslide victory right there, man. You got that one.
That was great. No, this is
Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah, no, the fridge was awesome. Although I never agreed with Dick not giving Walter Payton the ball for the touchdown. That was a little bit ridiculous, but Walter deserved his Super Bowl touchdown. But anyway, it would have come against our Patriots, so why am I really lobbying for that? It's been a great show tonight, fellas. And cyber world, everybody out there on the internet. Kareem DeRoche was our special guest tonight. www.aroundthebean.com, sports-themed website. We will definitely send out all pertinent links. When we put the information out there and syndicate it. www.jp. What did you say?
Sorry, I just meant to say. I just said I'm looking at the site right now, Around the Bean, and it's a good-looking site. And I have to say I love the. I love the old school Patriots symbol for Rainman's Rant. My dad, when he was alive, he was old school logo almost to the end. Like he would go into bars with his old insignia.
Throwbacks, man. They hate us because they hate us.
There you go.
That's right.
Hashtag TV.
Well done.
So it's been a great show, everybody. AroundTheBean.com, JPLandProductions.com, OddballMagazine.com. We'll be back shortly for another podcast. I'm sure next time. Well, I'm not sure next time if Jason will be joining us, Jason Wright, but hopefully he will.
Oh.
And Kareem, thank you for being with us tonight. Hey, welcome back. Feel free to, or I should say, feel free to come back anytime. You know, you're welcome in any other podcast.
Definitely, man. It was a great night. Okay, thank you everybody for having me. Okay, it was a good conversation.
Awesome. And unless anyone else has anything else to say, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night.
All right.
Going once, going twice, and that's what it's gonna be. Good night, everybody. It's been fun.